What's up guys, Damon here. Welcome back to part 2 of What If the Universe 6 tournament happened early. If you guys missed part 2, click the link up above to see it on ft.0mac446's channel. And speaking of ft.0mac...
Hey guys, ft.0mac446 Productions here. Thank you Damon for having me back on the channel.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this video.
The tournament begins with the Universe 6 team showing themselves. Their team is mostly the same except for a couple of minor differences. That being, Frost is far weaker than he would be in canon, since this is again years before the original tournament took place, so he'd most likely be at Frieza's level in the Namek arc. Also, there is no Kaba, since I believe he'd still be too young and too weak here, so Champa would instead recruit the captain of the Saiyan defense forces, Renso. Renso is by no means a weak Saiyan, but compared to where Kaba was in the original, he's basically nothing. The first match would be between Goku and Botomo as normal, which would play it normally, but this time going up against Frost would be a cakewalk, even when Frost unleashes his final form. But Frost does still play dirty and poisons Goku, eliminating him. Next up is Trunks, and he doesn't play games since he saw Goku get eliminated straight away, and he takes out Frost. And with Frost there right away, this means no one finds out that Frost actually poisoned Goku, which means Goku is eliminated for real and has no chance of being brought back. Next up is Vegeta, and Trunks has a really difficult time against him, but is able to eventually wear him down considerably in his god form, and then is able to push him out of the ring. Renso fights next, and while he does have interesting skills, he's no match against Trunks, and is knocked out pretty fast. Finally, Hit steps in. Trunks tries his best against Hit, but he's knocked out instantly. Then, in goes Vegeta in after Trunks, and since Trunks got taken out easily in the god form, he then transforms into Super Saiyan Blue to try and put up a better fight. This Vegeta is weaker than in canon 2 since it's many years before, and since I believe Hit has the same battle power as he's always had, it's a lot easier for him. And when Vegeta does figure out Hit's timeskip, it's still not enough for him to fare much better against Hit, and he's eventually knocked out. Next up is Gohan, and he tries his hardest going up against Hit. Since Gohan knows about Hit's timeskip, and since Gohan is naturally smart to begin with, he's able to figure out when Hit is going to attack, and when he's going to counter. Gohan and Hit fight it out, with it seeming like Gohan has the advantage, due to him dodging Hit's timeskip attacks. But of course, as we know, Gohan tends to get very cocky when he's winning, which is exactly what he does here. Gohan begins to slack off since he believes that Hit is no longer a match for him. But there is one thing Gohan doesn't realize. It's that Hit has been getting stronger throughout the course of their fight. It begins to get to a point where Hit speeds up his attacks, and strays landing very powerful blows to Gohan's vitals. Gohan begins to get beaten up, and so he decides to risk it and finish it off, and fire full power Kamehameha wave at Hit. Hit catches the blast and is able to push it back at Gohan. As the blast is getting pushed back, Gohan uses his remaining energy to use instant transmission and teleport behind Hit. And with a powerful kick, he sends Hit flying into the Kamehameha wave. Unfortunately, the sheer pressure of the blast sends them both flying out of the ring, and the match ends in a draw. Now you may be wondering how Gohan now knows instant transmission. Well, in the time chamber, Cell noticed Goku using this technique, and decided to learn it for himself. Except Gohan noticed Cell learned it, and since Gohan is extremely weary of Cell, and wants to keep one step above him, Gohan begged his dad to teach him the technique as well. Now, even though the match is a draw, there is still one fighter left for Universe 7, Beerus. So this means that Universe 7 is the victor of the tournament. Champa is enraged on how his universe could fail, and that Beerus was able to find a mortal that could overcome the both of them, which makes it much harder to be able to seek out the rest of the Super Dragon Balls. Of course, Xenos still arrives and is surprised to learn that Beerus is no longer the GOD of Universe 7. Zeno says that something like changing GODs should have been something he was told about, and shouldn't just be done. So Zeno erases Beerus from existence, since he isn't needed any longer. The Saiyans, along with Champa, are now terrified about this, but Zeno suddenly changes moods and says he enjoyed the tournament, and that they should hold another one someday. Everybody agrees, and this time Goku doesn't go up to Zeno, since he saw for himself how dangerous he can be, and just lets him go, not wanting to get into any arguments with Cell and risk being destroyed. Champa takes the remaining warriors and makes his leave. Cell and the Saiyans make their way back to Earth, with the Saiyans still very weary of Cell. Cell then says that he's not impressed with the Saiyans have gotten a lot stronger from the training, but he says that they're not strong enough. All of them still lost in the tournament, so now they have to be punished. All of them losing, the cost will be him completely destroying the planet. The Saiyans are in complete shock, and Cell says that this will be good motivation for them to make sure they don't screw up in future. Trunks pleads to Whis for him not to let this happen, but Whis says that now that Cell is a GOD, he can blow up as many planets as he wants, and Whis won't and can't interfere. Since words aren't working, the Saiyans launch themselves at Cell to stop him, but Cell grabs them all and uses instant transmission to planet Namek, before instantly returning to Earth and completely Hakkaiing it out of existence. Saiyans sense the destruction of the world and all of their friends and break down. Teleports back to the Saiyans and Gohan explodes in rage, transforming back into Super Saiyan Blue and launching himself at Cell. Cell easily knocks out Gohan and then tells the Saiyans that they better keep training, as he's going to stop by every few years to see their progress. He also tells them to not bother using the Dragon Balls to revive Earth, since he Hakkai'd it away, and even the Dragon Balls can't undo a Hakkai. Cell laughs maniacally and teleports away, leaving the Saiyans in defeat.